Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Arena Sportsnet's Sportatorium. I am your host, JJ, with as always my partner in crime, Marshall.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Are you ready to talk some sports? I sure as hell am. I'm hyped today. I don't know why, but I am.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And it looks like it's all going down on the gridiron right now, man. Have you heard any of this news?
What news specifically you're talking about? We're going to be covering three leagues: the NFL, the NBA, the NHL.
NFL gridiron, man. Pro Bowl voting has started in the last couple of days. My Cowboys are at the top of the charts, if you so choose to call them that. Ezekiel Elliott is leading the Pro Bowl vote, and Dak Prescott is actually not far behind.
Is he like in second place, not far behind, or is he like a few spots down?
I think he's actually two spots down. I cannot find the what do you call that? The ballot or whatever, the results.
Hmm.
There's no place to look at the results.
Okay. Well, I mean, you kind of could see it coming. I mean, they've been
Yeah.
carrying the Cowboys. Not carrying completely, but they've been the two best players on the Cowboys, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, not the two best, two of the best, because you got Dez too,
Yeah,
and you got Cole Beasley. Yeah. So I mean, they're leading the way. Yeah.
yeah. No, I think they've been the best. If no one throws the ball at Dez, he's not catching anything. So,
True. Yeah. Okay, you got a point there. So that's what's going on. Um, on the injury front here against your New York Giants, Barry Church is at practice this week as of what is today? Wednesday, right?
yes,
Today.
we're Wednesday, and guess what, people? We are in December. If you didn't
Yeah,
know,
not March.
we are December 7th, 2016. Let's not confuse our dates like we did last show. Well, I did last show. I can't believe that was my mess up. For those of you who don't know, who are just as baffled as JJ was when I said we were March 5th. What happened is JJ asked me when my birthday was, like 5-10 minutes before the show aired,
Yep.
and my birthday is in March, so I don't know. I guess I kind of had March stuck in my head. My
That's
dumb
okay.
self got on the mic talking about it's March 5th.
It's almost his birthday, y'all.
Send me presents.
Oh, good times with this young man on the mic over here. All right, back to the gridiron, man. Barry Church, forearm injury. Hello, full practice as of today. Morris Claiborne, groin injury, did not practice at all.
Groin injuries suck.
I wouldn't know. I've been lucky, haven't injured it. Well, that's debatable. Okay.
Ah.
Jack Crawford, defensive end, foot, limited practice. Justin Durant, hamstring, limited practice today.
Yeah.
Chaz Green, offensive tackle, back, did not practice. DeMarcus Lawrence, back, limited practice.
She giggles.
Yeah, I did, because I said something about him that shall not go said here. Orlando Skandrick has a foot injury, not related to football. He didn't practice at all. Tyron Smith is a tackle. Y'all know
Ate
who he is.
pancakes. He ate pancakes a little bit too hardcore and got
You talking
injured.
about Skandrick or Smith?
Oh boy, with the foot injury.
Oh, Skandrick.
He
Nah.
said it's not related to football, so I assumed it was pancakes.
J.J. Wilcox, starting safety, strong safety, my bad. Thigh injury, did not practice at all.
See, right now there's some people who couldn't care less about hockey who have no idea why I said pancakes and who think I'm just stupid. But there's a hockey player who legit got injured off of eating pancakes.
Tell us who that is?
Former Edmonton Oiler Dustin Penner. Yep. I don't remember what the injury was, but like I think he did something to his finger while eating pancakes, and he couldn't play. He was out with an injury because he ate pancakes.
It's official. Pancakes aren't just bad for your cholesterol, they're bad for your finger.
Do not eat pancakes if you are a professional athlete. Oh, it was a back injury. He got a back injury while eating pancakes. He threw out his back while eating pancakes.
Must have been one hell of a fork.
Like, see, what I'm guessing is the pancakes were so delicious that he just grabbed a bite and he just was blown away by the deliciousness. And as he propelled his body backward in, in awe of the taste, his chair fell. That's my story. I don't know what happened, but
Leave it to us to speculate.
Mhm.
All right. So on your New York Giants side, Nat Berry, I don't know, safety, has a concussion, did not practice. Jonathan Hankins, defensive tackle, quadricep injury, did not practice. Dwayne Harris, Cowboys fans know who that is, ankle injury, did not practice. Mark Herzlich, linebacker, concussion, limited. So, that's interesting. Okay. Owa Edigazawa. Okay, hello, defensive end.
See, like he must be a master at Scrabble.
Yeah.
Like all he does is spell his name, and he's like, "Boy," just wins right there.
He's got a knee issue. He has limited practice, or he had limited practice today. Jason Pierre-Paul, defensive end, core muscle, did not practice at all.
Ugh.
Justin Pugh is a guard. I'm sure everybody knows who that is.
Pew.
Knee injury, limited
Killed the
practice.
Giants when they played him.
Huh?
Killed the Giants when
Justin Pugh?
pretty sure.
Wowzer. I didn't know.
I seem to remember watching the game, and I was like, can someone hit this guy off the field? Every time he catch the ball, he just like break 1.5 tackles and gain like 4 or 5 yards after the catch. I'd be like, come on.
Justin Pugh's a guard, buddy.
Oh my god. I got him confused. I got him confused. No, he would tackle someone like every second play or something like that.
I don't know. I don't know the name, but here's a name that I do recognize. At cornerback, he's got a ribs issue, limited practice, and that is a name near and dear to my heart. His name is Cody Sensabaugh.
Ribs were too spicy.
Cody Sensabaugh, great family of football players. That's a story for another day. All right, so on to the rest of the NFL news. Adrian Peterson says he won't return if the Vikings are eliminated. That's interesting. Luke Kuechly, who has a concussion, is back at Panthers practice as of today. Jeremy Maclin will return for the Chiefs game against the Raiders. Okay, that's cool. And that actually just about does it for the huge headlines. None of them are really eye-catching, in my opinion, other than those.
Well, Pew being out, I mean, he's pretty good.
You
Even
said
though
he was.
I confused him with Sproles because they both killed the Giants. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, not much else going on in the world of the NFL except for, as of Sunday, the NFC East division title is on the line.
Watching that game.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to be watching that
Hopefully,
game too.
hopefully I get to watch it.
I hope you do too, man, because them Cowboys, they're fired up. They had them on the news earlier this evening, whatever you want to call it. And the boys say they're out for revenge.
Boy,
Yeah, they're out for revenge. And, you got the confident Dak Prescott. All those guys have gone through the changes that they've gone through. They know their way around the football field a little better. They know each other a little better. We could give the Giants a run for their money.
but is Dak starting?
He is. Oh, speaking of which, thank you for
See?
that.
Yeah.
Um, the Cowboys have a plan in place for Tony Romo. Not quite sure exactly what the plan is, but I have heard that if need be, they will start him.
What do they define as need be, though?
If Dak were to get injured, if he, for whatever reason, can't play in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, they're not just saying Dak had an off game against the Vikings, so we might start Romo.
No, but they're saying that it almost seems like they're saying that Romo is like a secret weapon of sorts, even though that's really not what they're saying.
No,
But
I know what you feel. He's like a good backup plan.
yeah, he's a good ace in the hole, if you will.
Yeah.
And I get it because he has played in a playoff game or two in his life. One of which he fumbled a snap on a field goal, which nobody wants to let that die. Thank you, NFL fans.
I mean, you know, when you make a ridiculous mistake, man, it just has a way of sticking for a while with the fan base. I was watching the Steve Dangle podcast, and they were talking about someone should make a compilation of blown breakaways in the NHL, and Patrick Steffen came up.
Ah,
He was actually the first name they dropped, Patrick Steffen. So when you make a big mistake, it stays, man. All them cameras.
Patrick Steffen. That name needs to go away.
I'm an Oilers fan. I love Patrick Steffen.
No, it needs to go away.
Mm.
It needs to go away permanently. It's history. It's like dinosaurs. It's dead. Let's go.
So are the Stars' chances?
You know what? You might
What?
actually be right.
I very am probably right. Very am probably.
You very am probably right.
Interesting.
Yeah. This is how to not speak English 101.
And I somehow make money off of commentating. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow, I totally lost my train of thought. Nope.
You were talking about the Tony Romo and Dak Prescott situation,
Just
the quote unquote plan for Tony Romo.
I don't know what their plan is, but they're talking about putting him in before the playoffs.
Maybe just give Dak a week off.
Yeah, but like there's the momentum and confidence thing and chemistry.
Yeah, but he's
Why?
a rookie though. It's difficult to keep that high a level uh consistently throughout the entire season.
I mean, I call me daring or whatever, but if it gets to the point where most teams rest their starters coming closer to the playoffs, I think I would give them at the very least a half each
Yeah.
in the final few games because Romo's rusty, man. All he's throwing is in practice. He's never had a fucking, excuse my language, 400-pound linebacker coming at his butt in the regular season. Not this year. No, he's been rehabbing. That
Rehabbing.
yeah,
Yeah.
rehabbing, practicing. He's injured so much, I actually forgot what he injured this year.
You forgot. Well, maybe you'll get a chance to figure it out while we take this here commercial break. We got to step out for a few minutes, y'all. We got to pay the bills. You are listening to the Sportatorium on Arena Sportsnet. And we are back on Arena Sportsnet. We were talking about the injury. You forgot what Tony Romo injured, sir.
Yeah, it was his back or collarbone or ego or something.
Or
I don't
all of
know.
the above.
I really don't know. I think it was a herniated disc. That could have been last year, though. And I can't find anything on it.
Because if you type Tony Romo injury on Google, it's a bunch of memes popping up. Like that's the reality of the situation we're in right now.
and let the management see that, and please, dear sweet Jesus, if you're gonna play him, just no, don't at all.
You don't want him. You don't want them to play Tony Romo at all.
No, because he's a liability almost. One good hit, and the man's in a wheelchair for life. No, he's got a
Okay.
wife and he's got kids. Yeah, I respect that he's been in the playoffs, but this kid Dak Prescott has also been in high pressure situations, even though it was in college. Yes,
Yeah, not in no NFL.
but he still rose to the occasion.
NFL's a
Speaking
different game.
this is true. Speaking of Dak
Ask
Prescott,
ask
yeah.
Tim Tebow. He'll tell you the NFL's different.
Oh, you had to bring up Tim.
I just had to. I'm sorry. It was just relevant right now. Okay.
At least you didn't say Vince Young. Thank you for that.
Oh, now you brought it up, so.
Dang it. No, I should have kept my mouth shut.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We're not name dropping. Nope, y'all didn't hear any of that.
No, we
Y'all,
totally name dropping. What are you talking about?
oh, I'm gonna go hide under my rock now.
Is there more Cowboys news under that rock?
You know what? I don't freaking know.
You don't know. All right.
I mean, Prescott is making a bigger name for himself here. He recently got caught shopping for some Salvation Army angels. And for those that don't know, that those are names that go on a Christmas tree, and people shop for them. And I guess they drop the name off at a Salvation Army location with the gift. And so he's buying gifts for people just willingly. And another act along with the paper cup thing from a couple of weeks back, just making a good impression on Dallas.
Good guy.
Yeah, he is. That's really it.
Be a hell of a hockey player. So that's it for the NFL?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, it is time to move on to the hardwood. It's time for some basketball. They played a lot of basketball today. Lakers guard D'Angelo Russell was cleared to return to on-court activity by team doctors after a plasma injection in his knee. I said they was tripping last week. I think it was Monday last week. They said that, I said they were tripping when they said he'd be back in 2 weeks, but apparently he's cleared for on-court activity, and we don't have a timeline yet, but at least he can practice with.
Oh no. Hold on, guys. We might have lost our co-host. Oh boy.
Okay,
Are
so
you there?
let's get to the NBA report. Start this mofo over because we had some technical difficulties. Lakers guard D'Angelo Russell is back practicing with the team. He's been cleared for on-court activity by team doctors. I thought 2 weeks was very generous of an estimate, but apparently it was pretty right on track. Like, now he can practice with the team. The Lakers do need him because when he left, they were around 500, and now they're 10-13, so they do need him.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like that far off, but they need to start winning some basketball games. Know what I'm saying? Some shenanigans going on in Texas. Houston Rockets center Donatas Motiejunas, who was recently signed an offer sheet with the Brooklyn Nets as a restricted free agent. The Rockets proceeded to match that offer, so normally he would be a Houston Rockets today, except Motiejunas did not report to the physical that he was scheduled to report to for the Houston Rockets. Motiejunas' agent said, "We know our rights, blah, blah, blah." He said that they don't have a problem with the Rockets, but he said, "We know our rights." So who knows? He can't, according to NBA rules, he cannot play for the Brooklyn Nets for at least 1 year now that this is done. But right now, the Rockets can either try to wait for Motiejunas to report to his physical, or they can release him again to restricted free agency, and then we can go through all this process again. Motiejunas might get a bigger contract, might get a smaller contract, but that's I guess he doesn't want to play in Houston. His agent said they don't have a problem with Houston, but then you pull off that kind of stuff, that's weird.
I got no words for that guy.
Got no words,
Nah, I got no words. No.
D12 left, and now Motiejunas. Rockets need a center, man. I'm just saying. Big games that happened since last show. The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Toronto Raptors in Toronto. Final score was 116-112. LeBron James led the Cavs and the game, as a matter of fact, with 34 points. DeRozan did lead the Toronto Raptors again, 31 points for DeMar. DeMar is he's looking more like Kobe. Like I know it's still, yeah, I know. There was an article on NBA.com talking about some DeRozan was idolizing Kobe growing up, and he practices all his moves.
Mm-hmm.
It shows. It shows. When you watch the Toronto Raptors play, man, I said a couple episodes ago on the show, he's trying to be Kobe with those contested mid-range shots. And now this article came out. He really is trying to be Kobe, man. Plays in the post like Kobe. He's a mid-range deadeye. He's probably the best mid-range shooter right now in the NBA, and that's pretty much what Kobe was. He can't shoot the three. Kobe could shoot the three ball in his prime, so DeMar's going to have to work on that a little bit. Of course, DeMar said that he can shoot the three. He just chooses not to. I call shenaniganry. He says he can get at the free throw line at will, which is pretty much true. But come on, when he's open and he takes threes, them boys be clanking left, right, and center. I'm just saying, he needs to step up that three ball. In other big games, the Thunder beat the Atlanta Hawks 102-99 was the final score in Atlanta, Georgia.
Squeaker.
It was Russell Westbrook with yet another triple-double, 32 points, 13 boards, 12 assists. His triple-double streak now grows to 6 games in a row. This dude, MVP. I'm just saying, man, the Thunder are doing really well right now, and like 90% of that is attributed to Russell Westbrook. In other big games, the Memphis Grizzlies beat the New Orleans Pelicans 110-108. Now, I owe the Memphis Grizzlies a bit of an apology. I don't know if you recall a few shows ago when Conley got injured, I said I didn't know how competitive they would be without Mike Conley.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've won a lot of games since Mike Conley left. So I guess I maybe underestimated Marc Gasol, who did have game high in 11 assists. But I don't know, man. Just weird. I didn't think they would be this competitive. And Anthony Davis was a boss that game, man. 28 points, 17 boards. But nope, Conley doesn't seem to be hurting the Grizzlies by not being there. They just find a way to win. So good stuff from Marc Gasol. He is a big part of that team, and you can see it with Conley out. The Rockets beat the Celtics yesterday 107-106. Very close game. James Harden just kept at it. They were in Houston, 37 points, freaking 8 assists. And let me pull up the rebound number. I don't remember. I hate when I do that. He had 8 rebounds also. So, pretty good game. Almost a triple-double for James Harden. If Russell Westbrook's not getting the MVP, I would be shocked if it would be anyone but James Harden. He has like virtually no help in Houston, and he's still carrying the bum squad to a pretty decent record. So, the upcoming big games for the next few days, the Cavs play the Knicks tonight. I will have the scores for that in a few moments. And the Spurs play the Bulls tomorrow in Chicago. That is bound to be a pretty good game because those are two of the top teams in their conferences. The Bulls could be playing a tiny bit better, but they have the potential, they have the roster to do extremely good stuff. And that is pretty much it for the NBA report.
Very nice. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I thought you would carry away to the NHL stuff.
Oh, that was awkward.
Yes, it was.
All right. NHL news. Well, did you see the hit that got Philip Larson carried out on a stretcher?
Yeah, I did see it. New Jersey Devils forward Taylor Hall destroyed Philip Larson behind the net. And Larson was laying there pretty much motionless for several minutes. Got carried out on the stretcher. Apparently, as he was getting carried off the ice, he could move his fingers and stuff. So there was signs of him being actually conscious while he's getting off the ice. Now, Listen, you hate to see that. It's really scary when you see things like that. In hockey, the game is so fast. In every sport, really. We saw it happen to Derek Rose also. It, your career can be over in a flash. Those contact sports, they're dangerous, and a lot of people are blaming Taylor Hall for the hit. Did you see the hit? Yes, you did. I think.
Yes, I did.
I don't know what to say about that because Hall was just hitting the guy, and he just hit him shoulder first. He didn't look like he was driving upwards. To me, it looked like Taylor Hall was bracing for the impact, as you do when you're trying to hit someone.
Mm.
Problem
I don't.
is the shoulder of Hall ended up making contact with Larson's head, so not a good stuff. And we will have more on the hit and our opinions on suspension, no suspension, stuff like that when we come back on Arena Sportsnet. You are listening to the Sportatorium. And we are back with plenty of microphone movement in the background.
Sorry.
We're talking about the Philip Larson hit, the Taylor Hall hit that ended up getting Philip Larson out of commission. What did you see on the hit?
I mean, to me, yeah, I want to say that he was bracing for impact too. And, I don't see how you just stop because, physics. What goes in motion stays in motion, It's hard to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
So just I think I don't think it was deliberate at all, if that's the right way of saying it, I'm not sure. But, I don't think he purposely did it. I don't think he maliciously just said, "Oh, I'm gonna go knock Philip Larson's head off." No, nobody does that.
That's not true. Some people do that. Let's be honest here.
Okay,
The
some.
Matt Cooks and Alex Burrows of the world, but
I
I
didn't
don't
say it. He did.
I don't see Taylor Hall as that kind of player.
I don't either.
Look, there was a hit prior on in the game on Travis Zajac, and Zajac ended up crashing awkwardly into the corner boards. So people thought that might have been retribution. Personally, I don't buy it because you just want to finish your check, man. It didn't look like anything malicious. He just wanted to hit Larson, and you got to hit Larson pretty hard, for him to. You got to hit any NHL player pretty
Yeah.
hard for them to get knocked off their skates. So, I mean, it looked clean. Some people say it was head first contact, which is, yeah, it looked like it was the principal point of contact. I think you do have the exact rule for us
I
on checks to the head.
Where is it? It is right here. Give me one moment. Illegal checks to the head. A hit resulting in contact with an opponent's head where the head was the main point of contact, and such contact to the head was avoidable is not permitted. In determining whether contact with an opponent's head was avoidable, the circumstances of the hit include the following and shall be considered: whether the player attempted to hit squarely through the opponent's body and the head was not picked as a result of poor timing, poor angle or of approach, or unnecessary extension of the body upward or outward. Okay, number two, whether the opponent put himself in a vulnerable position by assuming a posture that made head contact on an otherwise full body check unavoidable. Whoa, where did this go? Whether the opponent materially changed the position of his body or head immediately prior to or simultaneously with the hit in a way that significantly contributed to the head contact. In which case, A minor penalty may result. Ooh, okay. For violation of this rule, a minor penalty shall be assessed. Okay, so that's 2 minutes. A major penalty could also be assessed. There is no
Yeah.
provision for a major penalty for this rule. Okay. There's no provision for game misconduct, and a match penalty would be at the referee's discretion, this says.
Now, the only thing that I could see the hit being deemed illegal by the league from is the first criteria and the part that you said unnecessary extension of the upper body. That is pretty much the only thing that was wrong. Maybe Hall could have not extended, but you're trying to hit people, like.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. You got to hit people.
Mm-hmm. So it's really tough to call. To me, Hall's not a repeat offender, so if he gets a suspension, it won't be nothing too serious, in my opinion, because it didn't look deliberate to me. What do you think?
I would go out on a limb here and say that I hope he does not get suspended.
Okay.
Because, going off of this, another thing that would make it deliberate is if the man was skating at full speed, like, almost charging, I want to say. But, it looked like he just went and followed through with the hit.
No, it was not charging. Hall was
No.
gliding, and he didn't jump into him, so it's not charging.
He didn't jump into him. He didn't go, let's be honest, he didn't just find a head of speed or go, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and Taylor Hall can skate fast. If he charges someone, he can end someone's career because he is really fast.
So I mean, if you put into the equation that he didn't just run at him with everything he had, no, I wouldn't suspend him at all.
I think it's just a hard hit that went wrong.
Yeah, could have happened to anybody. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and I also want to. Okay, listen, Vancouver Canucks. We need to have a little chat. Okay.
Uh-oh. Bill's in session.
Okay, your teammate gets hit hard. He's obviously knocked the hell out as soon as Hall makes contact. Just zero motion from Larson.
Right.
I know you want to go defend your teammate. That's the hockey rule.
Yep.
But I have a legitimate beef with Lucas Sbisa right now because this dude came in to try and defend Philip Larson. He came in after Taylor Hall completely recklessly. He freaking charged at Taylor Hall with literally no regard for human life and ended up kicking his fallen teammate in the freaking head.
Oh, okay. Nice.
You saw everyone just pile up at the end boards, and 4 people hit Larson. He was down, and 4 people, sticks, legs, skates, just hit him, and Sbisa just knocked him right in the head with his skate. Listen, when I play hockey, okay, I would stick up for my teammates. But the last thing you want to do is run over your freaking teammate.
Mm-hmm.
When there's fights that happen in hockey, you see both players throw their gloves, throw their sticks. The first thing that other players do is get the sticks and gloves the hell up out of the way so that nobody trips on the stick, steps on the stick while fighting, and then breaks their ankle or something while slipping on it.
Right.
So, completely reckless. You see Larson completely motionless on the ice. Can you, wait until Hall skates away from Larson to go after him? Did you have to plow over your teammate like that? Because I saw the replay, and you could see Sbisa just, bam, right on Larson's head. You saw Larson's head snap back. I bet you like half the damage of that hit was caused from that kick to the head. Completely ridiculous. People need to, yes, defend your teammates. I'm not saying don't defend your teammate. I'm saying it, try to be careful with it. Like, I get adrenaline and stuff like that, but
There's a time and a place for everything.
yeah. And
running over your teammate who's downed, no.
Unconscious,
Yeah.
which is the worst time to get hit in the head, is when you're unconscious.
Yeah, I mean, that could have done serious damage to him if it, I mean, it hasn't, because he just got released from the hospital, thankfully. But,
yeah,
I mean, that just, no, you got to control your anger.
You do.
That's not a cool thing at all. But you got to pick your times there. Pick your punches, if you will.
Wait until Hall gets out of, in between your down teammate, down unconscious teammate and the boards to go after him, Like, come on, people. That just made me so mad when I saw that, because you saw Larson's unconscious neck just snap back and forth off of that. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, very uncalled for.
So now, as we said, Philip Larson got released from the hospital today. He's cleared to go back to Vancouver by plane, obviously. They need to medically clear you to get on the plane, and now he is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's going to play anytime soon. He probably has. I don't even know what he has at this point. I looked for it and I couldn't find it. But if he's medically, if I'm the coach right now, if he's medically cleared to play, he's not playing. Because no. Even if he's medically cleared to do it, no, you that's ridiculous. He just got knocked like really hard. Give the guy a break. Do not rush this guy back, because that tests your love of the game, man. When you get knocked like that, it's you need some determination to get back up and keep playing like that.
Yeah. That's a delicate situation too. As you said, just coming back from injury, probably a little head trauma, obviously, because of the injury. Maybe not all that much, I'm not sure. But, if that was me, I would be like, I don't want to come back. I'd take my sweet time trying to get over that. That's, no.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I'm not even mad at Hall, because it didn't look like a malicious hit. It's a hard hit that went wrong. I'm more mad at Lucas Spiza for kicking his down teammate in the head than I'm mad at Taylor Hall for crushing his opponent, because that's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? So I think that's it for me. That's all I got to say on that.
If we're talking suspensions, I would think that Biza would get suspended. English, hello.
Yeah, but the league won't suspend you for kicking your own teammate in the head.
Now that's true, but he was being malicious towards his opponent, or trying to be. I would hope that he gets some sort of disciplinary action for that, because that's, as we both said, it's uncalled for.
Well, I don't. What do you want them to suspend him for, though?
I mean, it doesn't have to be suspension.
He didn't commit an infraction. You don't get an interference penalty if you crush your own teammate. Just ask Dion Phaneuf.
Oh. You know what? No, I got nothing. I mean, I don't know what kind of disciplinary action they would take towards him, but I don't like the fact that he tried to retaliate and he kicked his teammate either. No,
I like the fact that he tried to retaliate. Well, not retaliate, but go after Taylor Hall. That's what you do. When your teammate gets absolutely hammered like that, you don't let that go by, because that can snowball on you. That's just how hockey works.
Yeah, but as we said, you want to be careful about it.
Yeah, he could have waited until Hall glided away from Larson and then go after the guy. I think it's just, if anything, the Canucks need to like seriously talk to this guy and like bump it, like make him lose
Smack
some
him.
minutes because that is beat him with fish. Okay, like he needs a serious talking to. That's ridiculous.
If I'm management in that team, call me courageous, call me stupid, call me brave, call me whatever. I bench him.
Oh yeah, I
I,
would bench him too if I was a coach.
yeah,
Completely reckless, could have hurt your teammate like majorly right there.
and that's what I meant by disciplinary action. It doesn't have to be by the league because the team's its own business, if you will, too, and that's where he belongs. Besides the whole, league,
Yeah,
he is part of the team, and that he's probably going to have a reputation for that now. Let's be honest.
probably.
Somebody being reckless, and it can be a liability.
Yeah, well, I think we said what we had to say on the Larson deal. We will proceed with the rest of the NHL news when we come back on the Sportatorium. You are listening on the Arena Sportsnet. And we are back on the Arena Sportsnet. You are listening to the Sportatorium. We just finished the Philip Larson topic, so let's get to some more NHL news. I'm still mad, dude. Every time I talk about that, I get really mad.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Red Wings, the Detroit Red Wings, they took off Jimmy Howard from the injured reserve list. He will have full practices starting Thursday. We don't have a timeline on when he'll be officially back in the lineup. The Red Wings do need him because they're not, I don't think they're in the playoff spot right now. And Howard, through his 11 starts so far, 1.82 goals against average, which is really good, and .940 save percentage, which is also awesome. So hopefully he can get back soon. They also will get Andreas Athanasio when he's also returning to practice on Thursday. People, though, the Rangers dealing with so many freaking injuries. That was pretty much all that was on the newswire today. Rick Nash going to go through an MRI scan to figure out what the hell is going on. We don't have a timeline or anything. Coach said we will have a timeline on Thursday in regards to how severe his groin injury is. Let's hope it's not severe because Rick Nash is a vital part to the Rangers.
I agree.
Solid power forward. Jimmy Vesey is now listed day-to-day with an upper body injury, so maybe miss a game or two. That's going to hurt also. Vesey's been a little bit of a firecracker for the Rangers. The whole Rangers offense has been rolling, and Jimmy Vesey's been a part of it. Forward Mark Pumple is also out, this time with a concussion after Brock Nelson's high stick. We don't have a timeline yet. Of course, it's a concussion. And Michael Grabner is expected to return to practice also on Thursday. So Thursday, good stuff. A lot of people coming back. What an injury bug for the Rangers, and they just keep rolling.
Yeah. The Stars, my guys know a lot about that too.
Yeah. Do you have who's injured for the Stars though?
The question is, who isn't? That's what it should be anyway. We've got Patrick Sharp, as everybody knows. We got what's the dude's name? I can't even remember it. He's been out of the lineup so long.
Hoodler.
Hoodler, yeah.
Hoodler.
Illness. He's been practicing, so that's a good sign. I don't recall if he played during the Flames Stars game, honestly. Matthias Janmark is still injured. I bet you people forgot who that is because he's been out for quite a bit of time. Because of the injury to Patrick Sharp, the Stars have called up Jason. Is it Jason Dickinson? It is.
I have no idea. I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, it's Jason Dickinson, Dallas's first round pick, 29th overall in the 2013 draft. He is expected to be in the lineup when the Stars take on Nashville tomorrow.
Okay. Has he played in the NHL yet?
I don't think so, honestly.
Okay. Well, good luck to him on opening up the score sheet, hopefully, for him. In other news, TJ Oshie is set to return to the Caps after his shoulder injury, which kept him off the roster for 7 games. Woo! And the Caps need him too. They've been struggling without TJ Oshie. Man, they lost most of their last 7 games. Most of those 7 games they lost. They really need him back. Alex Ovechkin said it's nice to have him back. He's a big part of our success. And yeah, he is. He's a good leader on the team, and he's one hell of an offensive player. We saw it in St. Louis. He was really good, and he hasn't missed a beat, really, in Washington.
Oh, boy. Oh, Oshie.
What's up with Oshie?
Oshie. Oh, no. Dallas Stars, St. Louis. Yeah, no, I'm good.
You're good?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be it?
Yeah, well, okay, let me correct myself as well. Jason Dickinson has played a game in the NHL, and he has a goal under his belt. So
he has his first NHL goal. Well, congratulations to him.
Does
he have an assist?
No, he's just got 1 point, and he's, I think not long after that, he was sent back down, and he's going to re-debut again tomorrow. Tonight, wow.
Hopefully he gets his first assist of his career. That would be nice. And now...
I'm on the line with Sagan. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, is he that good?
I don't know. I didn't even see his first game.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll never find out. Well, we'll find out when he plays anyway. Yep. That is pretty much what I got for the NHL news. Did you have anything?
No, just a little bit on the Stars a few moments ago. That's it.
That's it. All right. Well, you know what that means. It is time for our At Least You Tried award to close out the show for a lit performance. We've had
not quite elite.
We've had a couple of NHL players win the award back to back, but this one goes out to an NBA player from the Washington Wizards, Mr. John Wall.
Oh, man.
All them pretty girls on Instagram, John Wall. Oh, man, poor guy. 52 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds. The Wizards lost that game 124-116 against the Orlando Magic. How are you going to score 50 points and lose? That's on some 2K Hall of Fame cheese right there.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, that is the story of John Wall's career in Washington too. Like, oh, man, just get out of there. Run as far away from Washington as you can.
Run, Forrest.
Run. I'm serious, dude. 52 points. And they lost by 8. Come on, man. Can someone step up for this man, please? Jesus.
My man, John Wall, at least you tried.
At least you tried. That is going to be it for the show today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you miss any part of the show and you're watching right now, well, listening on the Arena Sportsnet, you can go back to the Sportatorium on YouTube. This show will be airing in its entirety just over a day after it's done on here on the Arena Sportsnet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. JJ, did you get an outro?
Well, you guys know the deal. It's time to close these doors. Tickets were sold out, luckily. Thank y'all for being part of it. Lights are going off, crowd's emptying. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. Show's over. See you guys in a couple of days.
Friday. Friday is the next show.
Yes, sir.
That was the Sportatorium on Arena Sportsnet. Peace out, everyone.
Peace.